Right. Welcome to the equities and commodities review for the week. None of this is financial advice. We just doing some dubious speculation here, sharing ideas. So take it with a pinch of salt. We're going to talk about Dixie, and the equities, and also the metals. So I'll start with Dixie. So this is the monthly chart. What you can see on the monthly chart is you can see that the MACD has been ticking up and up and up. You have a divergence here to there and to there as well. So we have a divergence there. We had a short, a bear, which is played itself out. And in February, we seem to be forming a green candle. I think this green candle will confirm itself and you continue to go up and come and probably test minimum the 100.6 mark before anything happens. I think we'll probably end up coming to the 50 SMA to test it first, and then hopefully at that point get rejected and continue the leg to the downside to meet the 200. So that's the pattern that I'm looking out for. If I bring it to the weekly chart again, you can see here again there is a clear divergence here. Um, there's a clear divergence on our RSI indicator. Let's have a look. Yeah, so you can see there's a divergence there between this and this. So um, the kind of short is played out, and you have support here, as you can see, and you've gone up and you've had a fake out, and now you definitely cross together. So I would expect this to continue to go up from here. You might get a small pullback, but I think it probably continues to go up as evidence on the monthly chart. You've also just got your dead cross as well. We had a dead cross here. So we had a dead cross there as well. So we went down a little bit more and that's played out. And we already got a flag for mega bull here, which means there's a big move to the upside. That mega bull is played out here. So I think here is a good time for the dollar to shine. MACD is positive as well. As you can see, your MACD is green. So all is lined up for the dollar to continue to go up. So let's move on to gold and see what gold is doing. So this is let's start on the monthly chart. So monthly chart, what you can see here is we had this inverted candle and we had a sell-off, and we are trying to go up again. Um, so for this one, you know, your RSI peak is here, had one here, and now we seem to be going higher and higher. If I make it bigger, higher and higher. So there isn't really a divergence yet on the monthly chart. So this thing could potentially go up higher. Gold could potentially go up higher. Um, Now, if we step into the weekly chart, however, what you can see is you can see that here we have a peak here. We've gone higher here. We have a peak here as well, and the RSI has been diverging downwards and downwards, right? Um, so the weekly is telling us that something is going on, and like I shared on the Dixie chart, Dixie is more likely to go up, so it will put pressure on the metals. I think this is just basically a liquidity sweep of this candle here. And best case scenario is we come up to here. It could well be that, next week we come back and sell off like we did here. So you saw here, the moment you came up, you just basically sold off, right? Sold off straight away. And so best case scenario would be maybe a push up to about 5343, maybe a little bit higher. It could go as high as maybe, 5555, maybe 55, somewhere there. But yeah, you're taking liquidity off here. So if you want to save trade, just wait for the red candle to show up and then take your short. And then if you go to the daily as well, so if we step into the daily, What we have here is we have a cross to the upside. So we have a cross now to the upside, and what you're looking for here is confirmation. So we need some form of confirmation here as to what is going to happen. Um, and I don't think we have a confirmation yet. So we don't have confirmation yet of this move to the upside. We'll need to get confirmation with a green flag to tell us. So we don't have that yet. If I step it to say 8 hours, um, so 8 hours, you can see here we had a short here. That short is played itself out because prices come down. We now have a long. So, this sort of flag, when you get it, you should be looking for a short. So, um, definitely it's coming. The short is coming. I think we just need to wait for a red candle to kind of show itself up before for 4 hours and see if there's anything there. Not yet. So it's best to wait for that red candle to show up because it's not even showing on any of the time frames. So I think we'll go up slightly first before we'll go up slightly first before the cool off comes on gold. So that's gold. Let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to silver. Silver on the monthly chart as well. What you can see here is this is a selling candle. So inverted hammer. You were going to go down some more. Um, on this, definitely go down. This move is just a liquidity grab of this candle at the moment. There's no divergences that we can see here on the monthly chart, but if you step into the weekly, there's quite a few. Well, there's one, there's two, there's three here, and then you had a sell-off, and this is just liquidity grab of this candle. How high is this going to go? I think you just have to wait to get your red candle first, to then take the short, really. That's the safest bet. If you step into the weekly chart, there's nothing here. So you just have to wait. And if you step into the 4 hour chart, there's nothing yet. So there's no red candle on the 4 1 hour. Still got, institutional selling, institutional buying, lighting up on our candle. So now you do also, interesting enough, you do have a golden cross and a weak golden cross. So weak golden crosses. So it's not going to be long. If you're on the 1 hour chart, you're just looking for your red candle and then you take your short. So this is not going to go that far. This was the interest candle they wanted to recover. They recovered it. And there isn't really, okay, there's another, this was the interest, this one, main candle. Let me see if there's any other interest candle of notice. Could be this one as well here, which is sitting around 85. So it could be 85 and 86 here, somewhere here. So you're just waiting for a red candle here to then take your short and it will bring you down. You do very well. So that's silver. Let's move on to what's this one? Copper. So copper monthly chart. Again, it's a very similar chart to this is a similar chart to the silver chart where you've got this sort of candle here. And on the monthly chart, you do have a green and we have a red. So I think this will come down. So this is taking liquidity out of this candle. Yeah. So that's what is most likely to happen, best case scenario. If we step to the weekly chart, you can see here, you've got your early warning signal. This is just a switchback. I call it a switchback trade. So you have to probably go lower time frame to pick this red candle. You've got an iceberg, which is a stopping candle, saying you're not going nowhere. MACD is not looking strong either, sticking to the downside. Um, so let's go to 4 hours and see what we can see there. Yeah, there's no red candle yet to say that's it. But this is a resistance zone, huge resistance. It's a resistance zone. So let's go to 1 hour and see if we got any red candles. Okay, we started forming our red candles already. First red candle is coming. So I think it's about probably about time to start loading up the shots on this as well. If you want proper confirmation, just wait for a solid red close then take the short, is what I would say. So yeah, we do have some on 15 minutes actually, we do have some early warning signs on the RSI, got an early warning sign that, now you're gonna have a bit of a switch back, to take a small liquidity up and then maybe then continue going down. So this is good. And you had your long, so it's gone long and it needs to then come back down again and come and at the very least test this moving average, which is the 200. So copper continues to go down, but you need to wait for the right red candle first, or maybe on 4 hours or 1 hour chart. But it's safe to say you can take it from here because it's facing resistance anyway. Um, let's have a look at palladium. Palladium on the monthly chart. So palladium on the monthly chart, we are going to have a golden cross. So you're definitely going to pull back into it. We're going to pull back. This is taking liquidity of this candle here. If you step it to, that is the weekly chart actually. So it's just taking liquidity of this candle here. You can see you got a high there and you got another high there and the RSI is lower. So it's potentially you could get another one. You could get a higher figure on this one. But because there's going to be a golden cross, you're going to pull back. You are going to pull back first before you go for a big mega move. So let's step it to the daily. The daily is already facing resistance. Here it may poke itself up a little bit. But yeah, you've got yes, let's go to 4 hours and go have a look. Yeah, so we've got a bull flag here, which is gone. It's gone. It's gone up. It's going up. It's going to go up a little bit. So it's not ready yet. So you could come up to somewhere here, 1800, 1900. This candle is the candle of interest. This candle here is the candle of interest, so which is in around 1821. So if they come to somewhere here, that'll be it, and then you start going downside. On the 1 hour chart, you've already got an early warning sign that, the move is coming to an end. The RSI is already turned down. So potentially it could be the end of the move. I mean, if you start collecting shots from here, it's not too, you won't be far away, actually. So that one also maybe a small move to the upside and then it comes down. But there's a bigger move coming on palladium based on the golden cross, which will be coming on the weekly chart. Yeah, so you pull down first and then you have a big move and it's going to be a really, really big move on this. It's probably going to go all the way back up to these peaks here, 3,000, back to these peaks here. You might get something like that, 3,000. But you need to wait for the pullback first. Let's look at platinum. So platinum is also on the monthly chart. You can see here you got a stopping candle here. And you got a block as well. You should have been fading all these moves, faded. So, and you can see the volume went high, high, lower, high on volume as well. And now we're trying to go up. If you step into the weekly, we will see if there's an early sign. So we had a early sign for a sell here, which has come down. And normally they will take liquidity. So you're going to get a bit of liquidity sweep of this candle first. And then to go down, let's go to 4 hours and see how much they've recovered of that liquidity sweep. So there's a long here. So this thing most likely will go up. Yeah, most likely will go up first, potentially for this candle here to about, yeah, somewhere there around the 2263, somewhere there. And then you have your cascade back to the downside. So for the 1 hour, yeah, there's weaknesses showing on the 1 hour chart. You've got some weakness on the MACD as well. So it's more likely, probably it's going to come down from here. You also had a weak golden cross as well. So, and you had a short alert, but the short alerts tend to be, you tend to rally first before when we rally. So this probably is going to come down now. I don't think we're going to have that big move here anymore. I think this thing now comes down from here. So But if you're going to take a trade, then make sure you are prepared that it can also go up to here first before prepare yourself for the inevitable. Um, and then you're not surprised. Let's look at oil quickly. So oil on the monthly chart. We can have a look at oil on the monthly chart. So oil is looking good on the monthly chart. We have a sink here. So I'll be looking for a red candle to kind of short it back down, to be honest, because there isn't a proper divergence yet in play. I think, okay, there is one here to here. So there is a divergence there between there and there. Did we go lower? 58,925, 58,663, 92. No, we didn't. We didn't go lower. So there's no proper divergence yet. So I will be looking for an opportunity to kind of fade this first before. Um, but let's see what the weekly is telling us. So you go a roadblock and they put the gas on again. It's looking good, I would say, on the weekly chart. The weekly chart looks good, and you tend to probably maybe come back up to here, which is around $80 on oil. Um, Let me put it on 4 hours, see what's going on 4 hours. I don't like the picture I'm seeing on 4 hours. I don't like the picture I'm seeing on 4 hours. MACD ticking down. Um, Big sell candle. This is a liquidity grab of this candle. I think oil comes down. These candles are candles of interest. They want to recover, or at the very least, comes down to 69 before you get that big move to the upside. So I think, a pullback on oil to somewhere here slightly below, at least this candle will be recovered here at 69.289. And then after that, I think they will be able to go up beautifully. Yeah. So that's oil. And I think that is all I want to cover. Okay, let me look at Google as well. I want to look at Google. Um, so Google on the monthly chart, what you can see here, unfortunately, the music is stopped playing. There's no more music. You got a red candle, triple red candle forming for a month of February. Um, and there is a divergence as well. So if you look at you're here and you're there, there's a divergence. So this thing is going to cascade down. At the very least, I think Google will come to about 231, but I think its ultimate destination will be somewhere around 213. It could even come as low as 200. Between 180 and 200 will be where I think it'll probably come back to before it goes back again. If we bring it to the weekly chart, you can see here they will have to take liquidity off this candle sets here before we kind of continue the leg to the downside. If we bring it to 4 hours and go and check what's happening there, it will tell us a little bit more whether actually it's over or not. We do have a roadblock, and sometimes they can take the roadblock off and push it slightly higher first. It's a red candle, so I don't foresee that happening. But just be prepared for it, that they could push it slightly higher to maybe somewhere around the 319, the 320, before because they want to recover this candle here at the very, so they could push it all the way there, 318, 320, before pushing it all the way back down again. So with these things flagging, you tend to want to come and retest the 50, the 200, the 50 EMAs tends to be the point of zone before the continuation to the downside. Let's look at 1 hour and see if actually the 1 hour is not looking good, is it? It's not looking great. You've got your roadblocks, you've got a red candle, big volume. I think this continues to come down. There's a lot of liquidity on these candles for them to grab. Let's look at 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, we had a weak golden cross. So, and it's not really played out. Weak move to the upside because you've already had a very strong move already. So this thing comes down, comes back down, continues to come back down. We've already got your sink, so and then it's gone up and then it's faded. So I think this comes down now. You probably won't get that move to the upside, but just be prepared for it. That in case it pops up, you can grab some more shorts on Google. And that's all I've got. I wish you all the best and have a good weekend. God bless.